There is an unwritten rule on YouTube that, if broken, could end someone's career faster than any sort of woke cancellation. And that's abusing the YouTube strike system. You shouldn't do that. I don't understand what delusional person would think that by copyright striking another channel, they'll somehow look like the good guy. That has never happened in the history of the cyberspace. Most of the time, when a channel gets copyright striked by another creator, it's because that creator got their feelings hurt because someone dared to make a video talking about them in a negative way. So they'll look for the most minute thing in said video that they could claim as stealing their work in hopes of silencing any criticism. It's pretty pathetic. I wasn't planning on making a video talking about this, but god damn it, I also wasn't planning on it becoming such an epidemic. It's remarkable, and since the start of July, it's been a breeding ground for slimy little weasels that are abusing this system, and I'd like to talk about them. The first incident I'd like to dive into comes from the YouTube channel Nguyen, who received a copyright strike from another channel called The Mannii Show.
Until I woke up this morning and realized that one of my videos had a copyright takedown, which is very new to my channel. The video in question that was taken down is why everyone hates The Mannii Show.
Full disclosure, I was completely unfamiliar with The Mannii Show before making this video, but since they seem to be the ones responsible for pioneering this epidemic on YouTube, I did my homework. It's a massive channel with over 12 million subscribers that's bent on flooding the YouTube algorithm with shorts. I guarantee you've probably never heard of them either, but might have seen their content at some point if you watch YouTube as a guest. It's legitimate brain rot, and they're probably the most prominent when it comes to flooding the shorts page. In an ideal world, YouTube strikes would only be for repeated offenders. It's the nuclear option that should be reserved for channels that are publishing borderline crimes, such as the infamous Japan forest vlog. Anything else can be handled by filing a normal copyright claim or block. You don't have to strike the channel. You could just take down the video via a normal request if you believe it to be a violation of your copyright. But we don't live in that reality, and unfortunately for The Mannii Show, even if they didn't take that extra step and simply copyright claimed the video, they'd still be in the wrong. They had no grounds for removing the video. It was a fraudulent claim. They blatantly abused YouTube's system, with evidence being a literal nothing burger. So Nguyen is a commentary channel, and like most of them, they'll play a clip for 10 to 15 seconds and then give us, the viewers, their commentary about whatever the topic is. Basically, what I'm doing right now in this video, and when you look at the removal request, you can see that 13 seconds of the video was enough for The Mannii Show to strike Nguyen's entire channel. That's a load of dirty barnacles right there. 13 seconds in a single video was enough for The Mannii Show to pull out the nuclear football and launch a strike on Nguyen. For reference, let me give y'all a comparison with one of my own videos, just so y'all can get a better understanding of the severity of the situation. My most popular video, I watched 4Kids One Piece So You Don't Have To, is the only video on my channel to ever receive an attack from the YouTube system. And it was because of an 11-second clip that was used during the video. And that was only a copyright claim, which was then removed and deemed invalid after being reviewed by YouTube. So if an 11-second clip used in my video wasn't enough to qualify for a copyright claim, then I highly doubt a 13-second clip in Nguyen's video is enough to justify a copyright strike from The Mannii Show. It's a clear-cut case of The Mannii Show getting offended simply because Nguyen dared to say something that was less than positive about them. You can't strike somebody because your feelings got hurt. That's not how it works. He didn't violate any rules under YouTube's guidelines or creative licensing. It is totally fine to play bits and pieces from other content and then talk about it. It's not like Nguyen just re-uploaded the entire video from The Mannii Show without adding anything to it. He provided his own jokes, commentary, and thoughts throughout the video while using clips from The Mannii Show as reference. Surprisingly, this was not the only victim of The Mannii Show. A couple days ago, they launched another copyright strike on a channel who dared to make fun of them. And unlike Nguyen, who had almost 700,000 subscribers, this channel had only 27,000 and is owned by a 16-year-old.
I had gotten warnings that the Mannii Show was copyright striking videos criticizing him, but I didn't think he would notice my channel. I mean, he has 12 million subs and is 23 years old. I'm a minor, 16 with 20,000 subs. Surely he wouldn't do that to me, but he did. I received an email that the Mannii Show, yes, his full name was on it, which I won't show out of the respect for his privacy, but yeah.
Luckily for both Nguyen and Coco Crazy, YouTube stepped in and declined the request. And you'll notice with Coco Crazy, they tried to issue this strike based on only 8 seconds of their videos being used. Once again, if 11 seconds isn't enough to issue a copyright claim, then why would 8 seconds be enough for a copyright strike? Especially if 13 seconds wasn't enough to issue a strike on Nguyen's channel. It's so pathetic, and I'm glad YouTube is recognizing this when it comes to the Mannii Show. The next person I want to talk about is not new when it comes to filing false DMCA claims, and I'm sure y'all have at least heard of them. Tech Lead. Recently, Mudahard uploaded screenshots on the platform formerly known as Twitter, calling out Tech Lead as they filed another DMCA takedown request. What's noteworthy about this is that YouTube automatically declined Tech Lead's recent attempt at falsely striking another channel, whereas with the Mannii Show, the strikes were issued and only after further review did YouTube step in and remove them. So at least YouTube automatically recognizes that Tech Lead is a bad actor and not to be trusted when it comes to these requests. And hopefully the Mannii Show will follow suit, as both of these channels are just spouting bullshit. The last YouTuber I want to talk about has to have the biggest plot twist throughout this whole situation, and it involves Sniper Wolf. In short, a channel by the name of One Giant Onion received a channel strike for a video they made where he did a watching Sniper Wolf until I laughed challenge, which was 3 hours long, and the joke was, she's not funny.
Today I logged onto my YouTube account to change the thumbnail of one of my videos, and I was met with something very shocking. I actually have received a strike on my channel. Now at first I was really confused because I haven't done anything wrong. Honestly, when I first received this news, I thought maybe I got struck for one of my older, edgier videos, but upon further inspection it turns out that I actually received a copyright strike from Sniper Wolf. She took down one of my videos called Watching Sniper Wolf Until I Laugh. Now this was a 3-hour-long video where I watched most of Sniper Wolf's content, and the premise was she's not funny, so I'm just gonna like stay there and not laugh pretty much.
Now initially, when I first learned about this, much like other YouTubers, I found it to be hypocritical that she would do something like this. Apart from the fact that she's still in hot water from her previous internet drama, and how Jax Films has an entire series dedicated to exposing her history of stealing other people's content, she herself knows how YouTube is a dream job for a lot of people. So for her to issue a strike that could put the kibosh on that dream for someone else is definitely a new low. But in a revelation that's more shocking than any Disney twist villain, it turns out she had nothing to do with the copyright strike against One Giant Onion. In hindsight, we probably should have come to that realization sooner. After all, Sniper Wolf isn't exactly known for being tech savvy. She prefers to handle her business in person. Quick jab aside, it is still surprising to learn that she was actually innocent. For once. So the perpetrator that was actually responsible for the strike against One Giant Onion was an unnamed individual who claimed to be representing a collaborative agency with Sniper Wolf. Once again, for clarity's sake, this person was not Sniper Wolf or was in any way associated with them. They just used her name and reputation to falsely copyright strike, take down the video that One Giant Onion made, which has me scratching my head for a number of reasons. Fake agencies are nothing new when it comes to YouTube, and usually it's just another tactic used to falsely copyright a video in order to take money from it. However, what's not normal with these fake agencies is them using their personal Gmail account to file a takedown request. That was a key piece to this puzzle that helped solve this situation and how it was a bunch of fucking baloney. Another thing to note is how there's not really a clear motivation as to why they did this. Whoever this person was didn't claim the video, meaning they wouldn't be making money from it. So they're not even scamming the channel like most of these fake agencies. Unless they're just a fucking idiot and don't know how to navigate the YouTube copyright system. The only logical conclusion I could come up with is either they're the biggest Sniper Wolf fan and did this out of respect for their queen, or they're the biggest Sniper Wolf hater and did this to tarnish her reputation once again. Either way, the outcome was negative. She did look evil from this, even though she wasn't involved in any way. So we were wrong about her in this case, and while it doesn't excuse her past actions, she doesn't deserve any hate from this.
I have said dozens of times that I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have this channel, and I seriously mean that. This is my only source of income, and this is my dream job, and I love it, and the community I have here is literally the only thing I have. And I just want to keep making videos on here that people enjoy watching, but right now my literal job is being threatened by Sniper Wolf of all people.
As stated in the video, striking a channel is a big deal. And no matter what the motive was from this individual, the silver lining is they blatantly abused the YouTube strike system, which negatively impacted One Giant Onion's channel, and that's unforgivable. That's about where this drama ends for now. While YouTube is able to put the Mannii Show and Tech Lead in check due to them being individual creators, this masked agency seems to be a more formidable foe. With them being a foreign agency, options are pretty limited, which is why One Giant Onion, Sniper Wolf, etc. aren't really able to do anything. This agency has been active for a while, and usually they target smaller groups in order to fly under the radar. Hopefully, with this newfound attention as a result of bringing Sniper Wolf into the mix, YouTube will step in, pursue something legally, and finally shut down this group. I just wanted to talk about this because it's really gotten out of hand. From the Mannii Show to Sniper Wolf being framed, it's a huge problem on the platform right now, and I hope it gets fixed soon because otherwise it could lead to sheer pandemonium. That's really about it. So.